I've always had a strange passion for reviving old technology. The feeling of saving a computer that was almost thrown into a landfill and making it work again. It always brings a strangely satisfying feeling. This is the Lenovo IdeaPad Y450 from 2009. Just look at this legendary orange trim. More than a decade ago, it was the dream laptop of so many people, and now it's basically a piece of electronic trash. This machine comes with an ancient dual-core CPU, and it's running Windows 7 on an HDD so slow that it's enough to make you question life itself. In the previous video, I tried using Linux to save old machines. Sounds interesting, but the reality is that not everyone wants to give up Windows just to learn an entirely new operating system. That's why today we're going to do something Microsoft says is impossible. Force this ancient relic to run the most modern version of Windows using an ultra-lightweight mod called Tiny11. Will this turn into an incredible revival? Or will this laptop burst into smoke right on my desk? Let's find out. This Lenovo IdeaPad Y450 came out all the way back in 2009. Back when laptops were meant to be big, thick, and heavy as a literal brick. Look at this. The carbon fiber finish on the lid actually looks pretty cool and sporty. And surprisingly, after more than a decade, this thing is still in one piece. No cracks, no missing keys. It's ridiculously durable. Well, except for one tiny detail. It has absolutely no battery. The original battery probably bloated and evaporated eons ago, so this old man has to be plugged in 24/7 just to stay alive. It's literally on life support. Unplug it for a split second and boom, it's dead. Now we've got a 14-inch display with bezels thicker than a brick wall. But the real star of the show? These speakers. Back then, they didn't care about hiding speakers underneath the laptop for a clean look. Nope, they slapped two massive square boxes right in your face just to make damn sure you knew this machine had loud audio. So the exterior is impressive, but the real trash factor is what's on the inside. We're rocking a weak Intel Core 2 Duo T6600 CPU, 4 gigs of DDR3 RAM, which is just enough for a single modern Chrome tab to chew up and spit out, and the main culprit behind all my frustration, a painfully slow 320GB HDD that literally groans every time it reads data. Right now, it's running Windows 7. I know a lot of you are gonna say, wait, Windows 7 is a legend. It's the smoothest OS ever. Look, I get it, I'm not denying that, but the harsh reality is, we are in 2026. Try doing anything basic on this thing. Opening a folder takes like 3 seconds, and opening a browser freezes the system. Running Windows 7 on this trash HDD is like trying to run a marathon underwater. It's slow, incredibly frustrating, and laggy as hell. More importantly, Microsoft put Windows 7 in a museum a long time ago, which means modern apps have completely turned their backs on it. Want the latest Chrome? Can't update Steam? Denied. Basically, this laptop is brain dead on the software side, so what's the fix? Staying on Windows 7 is a hard no. What about Linux? Sure, it sounds like the perfect match for a weak PC, but let's be real. Most of us are just too lazy to give up the familiarity of Windows and learn a completely new operating system from scratch. What about upgrading to official Windows 11? Yeah, forget it. This hardware doesn't stand a chance against Microsoft's strict TPM 2.0 or secure boot requirements. But that is exactly why Tiny11 enters the chat. Long story short, Tiny11 is Windows 11 but completely stripped down. They gutted all the bloatware and useless background services from Microsoft to turn it into an ultra-lightweight OS, ready to resurrect legacy e-waste like this without caring about hardware limitations. So, let's slap Tiny11 onto this trash 2009 laptop and see if it can actually do anything useful. Let's get into it. First, grab the Tiny11 ISO from ntdevarchive.org page. He's the guy who made this mod. I'm going with the 23H264-bit version. At around 4.2 gigs, it's about 2 gigabytes slimmer than the official Windows 11 ISO, which is a massive difference. Once downloaded, use the Rufus to flash it straight onto a USB drive. This will automatically check the boxes to bypass all of Microsoft's annoying hardware restrictions. Alright, our bootable USB is ready. But if you think I'm about to slap Tiny11 straight onto this Lenovo right now, think again. Hell no. The absolute biggest bottleneck here is that snail-slow HDD. That Windows 7 nightmare was more than enough to wake me up. I'm definitely not turning this video into a torture challenge of running Windows 11 on an ancient hard drive. Instead, I'm swapping it out for this 500GB Samsung Evo SSD. Honestly, this drive probably costs more than the laptop itself at this point, but it's totally worth it. You could also just grab a cheap budget SSD for the price of a few cups of coffee, and trust me, literally any of them will be miles faster than that ancient HDD. Now that our trash laptop is officially packing a jet engine, let's plug the USB in and install Tiny11. Power on, boot from the USBs, and the basic setup steps are super familiar, just like a normal Windows install. Nothing difficult here at all. While waiting for the system to update some resources, I can play Surf the Wave game here. Pretty interesting. Finally done, awesome. And here is Windows 11. Wait, no, this is Tiny11. Everything from the UI, the start menu, to this familiar wallpaper. To be absolutely sure, I type WinVer into the run box, and yep, it is exactly Windows 11. We have a start menu with exactly 3 apps here: Edge, Settings, and File Explorer. Opening the apps list, the system only has some basic Windows 11 apps available without any junk apps at all. Pretty cool. I open Task Manager, idle, the CPU load is at just a few percent, while RAM is at around the halfway mark with about 2 GB for the system. This isn't a miracle number, but the fact that an ancient setup with a dual-core T6600 chip and 4 GB of RAM can even handle Windows 11 is already a miracle. The responsiveness of the UI is quite impressive, the animations are pretty smooth, and there isn't much delay or lag whenever I open something on the screen. Overall, for simple things, this system handles them fine without any major issues. This version of Tiny11 also comes with the Microsoft Store and Windows security. Sweet, so it's lightweight, but you're not losing any core features. Alright, overall it looks pretty good, but what will the real world performance actually be like on this ancient machine from 2009? Let's get into it. First up, web browsing. I open Edge and load up a YouTube page along with Reddit. Web loading speeds are surprisingly quick, and scrolling through Reddit is pretty smooth. The CPU is breathing easy at just 15 to 20% load, while RAM sits around 3.1 GB. Right now, everything is fine. Next, I try playing YouTube videos at 720p and 1080p resolution. The video plays smoothly without any major issues. But at 1440p, this laptop hits a roadblock. Stuttering happens more frequently. It's clear that this dual-core chip can no longer keep up. In short, for basic daily web browsing tasks, this setup passes the test. But what about gaming? Thanks to Tiny11, Steam actually works on this machine instead of being rejected like on Windows 7. Obviously, playing modern AAA games is impossible on a machine from 2009. So let's try a lighter game, Silk Song. Miraculously, the game launches, but we only hit 12 FPS. The CPU is running at 30% and RAM is just over 3 GB. Technically, it runs, but professionally, unplayable. We can also play Left 4 Dead 2, but playable and smooth are two completely different concepts. This game is even worse. The FPS drops below 10, and the input lag from the mouse and keyboard is terrible. But honestly, and the fact that a potato laptop with an ancient Core 2 Duo processor can even launch these games on Windows 11 is already a miracle. So what's the final verdict on this 2026 experiment? Can Tiny11 actually save an old piece of electronics from 2009? The answer is yes. If you keep your expectations in check, and this transformation is actually pretty cool. By stripping out Windows 11 bloatware and optimizing resources, Tiny11 turns a potato laptop into a solid machine for basic daily tasks. But keep in mind, this isn't an official Microsoft release, so there could be security risks. Definitely avoid using your sensitive data or bank accounts on here. Will it replace your main rig? Hell no. But it proves that with a little patience, a budget SSD, and the right software, we can breathe new life into old tech instead of letting it rot in a landfill. To me, that's exactly what reviving these devices is all about. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more cool experiments, and let me know, what's the oldest device you've ever owned? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.